Hello, I'm Iulia, I'm medical herbalist from the Revitalized Clinic. I would like to speak to you today about constipation. Constipation can be really uncomfortable. It can make you feel quite sluggish. It can make you, even put on weight, and often you get bloating and cramping, and it's just not very comfortable at all. So, and this can happen in children as well, quite commonly, especially if there's some stress or anxiety, or if there's been pain from constipation, that can make them withhold the bowel movements as well and make things worse. Other common causes besides stress include laxative overuse. It's a huge issue, especially opium-based painkillers as well, and laxatives such as senna. Although senna is a herb, it's not something that I would recommend using long term. It can make the bowels get lazy and make your body become dependent on them. So in terms of causes of constipation, a diet low in insoluble fibre, low in a wide range of vegetables can make things worse. Poor hydration, not having enough fluids, or having too much even English tea, which is quite astringent, is high in tannins, so I wouldn't consider a cup of normal tea to be hydrating. If anything, the opposite, and that goes to say for coffee as well. So diuretic, so it actually ends up leaving you more dehydrated. Food intolerance is often a common culprit as well. Again, especially in children, sometimes too much animal protein, too much dairy, not enough vegetables, and more rarely, but I have come across it in my practice, an intolerance to the nightshades family, particularly potatoes, can be a hidden cause. Especially once you've tried everything else and nothing seems to help, then looking at these potential dietary issues can definitely help. A deficiency in magnesium is also a common cause. Other symptoms of magnesium deficiency might be muscle twitching, general aches and pains, cramps, insomnia. Stress as well is linked to magnesium deficiency. And it is quite common nowadays. It's not one of those that you can test for, at least not for a blood test. And yes, ways to increase your magnesium levels, Epsom salt baths. I'm sure you've heard me speak about it before. Really nice ways of using, quite a big amount, 2 to 3 mugs per bath, at least once or twice a week. Be really important. You can also use magnesium oil. We do absorb magnesium through the skin, or certain supplements, especially magnesium citrate, is more specific for constipation. Or natural sources. Dietary sources include things like pumpkin seeds, really healthy. So we just had a kind of pumpkin season, and it's very easy to just collect the seeds and roast them in the oven, put a bit of salt on them. Really nice, really healthy. They help to get rid of pinworms as well. Extra benefit, and they're high in zinc, so more pumpkin seeds. Yes, almond butter, bananas, spinach, all good sources of magnesium. One common bit of advice that I often start with as a herbalist, besides the sort of other lifestyle recommendations we mentioned, is using flax seeds or chia seeds as well. Another word for flax seeds is linseed. You need to use quite a large amount initially, so about 2 tablespoons of golden linseeds in a big glass of water. Just leave them in there in the fridge during the day. You want quite a few good hours to let them soak up all that moisture. They become a bit sort of jelly-like, and then give it a little stir and drink the whole thing once a day, and that will really help to spread that moisture throughout your long intestines, and provide all that great fibre to get things moving, and usually the next day you have a comfortable bowel movement, and that can often help to restart a more normal pattern. using plenty of oils in your diet, especially flaxseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil, especially when you're eating something that can be a bit more constipating, such as wheat products and rice. So you can always add about a tablespoon or at least a couple of a teaspoon or so of linseed oil, and that will really help. It's best to add it in the food just before you eat it, rather than cooking it with all the rest, because these oils are most beneficial when they haven't been heated too much. Yes, and if all these lifestyle changes are not enough to resolve your bowel issues, as a medical herbalist, I have access to all these wonderful remedies in various forms. So I might use something like psyllium husks. This is sort of a great fibre that works quite well, and you do need to take that with a lot of water. Slippery elm, this is usually taken as a powder or capsule form, and that can also help to get things moving and to reduce inflammation in the gut. Dandelion root, fantastic dandelion. I could speak all day about dandelion, and you can dig it up this time of the year actually, and yeah, you can make roasted dandelion root coffee even. You can cook with it. It's just fantastic herb. Burdock root is another herb we might use. Licorice as well, as long as blood pressure isn't high. Licorice is a great laxative and it tastes great as well. And you can make rhubarb crumble. Rhubarb is also a natural laxative, and that can help. Like I mentioned in the beginning, so you wanted to avoid using strong laxatives long term. Laxative such as senna, they do cause dependence and make things a lot worse in the long run. Osmotic laxatives are better, so those that help to just soak up water and spread the water more evenly in your bowels are better. It's also really important to consider your position on the toilet. So naturally people would be squatting. The sort of Turkish toilets are much better for our bowels, because there is a muscle there that when we're just sitting down on the toilet, as we would sit on a chair, that sort of muscle can actually sort of strangle the bowel exit and make things more difficult. So it's really good to try and actually see if I can show you. Yeah, just bring your sort of knees up, or put your feet on, prop your feet up on a bucket or a squatty potty, they call it, just to actually bring your abdomen closer to your knees. You can also put your arms like this and tuck them on your abdomen and bend forward. Again, just thinking of touching your chest to your knees, that really helps. Also really important when you have the urge to have a bowel movement, to not ignore it, to go straight away to the toilet no matter where you are. That's really important. If we ignore the urge to go to the toilet, our body just sort of gives up giving us signals, and you can easily become constipated. So yeah, do try and listen to your body. And that's the same for children. Common cause is they just sort of so busy playing that they they might get a little feeling and they ignore it, and then the stools can sort of go back up and cause this congestion. Also important to be relaxed when you go to the toilet, so try not to rush it. Try to maybe read something or listen to something. Same for children, perhaps reading them some nice books on the potty or in the toilet. Making it a pleasant activity is really important, rather than rushing before you get out. And yeah, we need to be in a calm place to have a happy bowel. Yes, so if you're suffering with constipation, sluggishness, or even diarrhea, IBS, any digestive issues really, including more serious ones like Crohn's and colitis. I'm very experienced with all these issues. I've helped a lot of patients with these, and they really do respond well to lifestyle adjustment and herbal medicine. So yeah, I'd be very happy to talk to you further. Thank you. Bye.